Good day all. So today the conversation is on the moon, right? The moon, Surah 54. So let's talk about this verse 2, magic, right? So we want to make it clear, I want to make it clear, Allah want to make it clear that in this way of life, we do not subscribe to magic, things like magic. And this is with regard to whatever culture in the world that we come to, and for whatever reasons, right? Negative reasons people might use magic for, whether it's white magic. I don't know how that operates. Whether it's oracle reading, tarot card reading, right? These kind of things. To find out information on people that you are not supposed to find out information on others on, right? You use these things if you want to go, you want to find out something about yourself, feel free to do these things, right? But to find out information on people, right? Whether it's tarot card readings, whether it's whatever it is, other means, other what is considered altars or whatnot, and whatever magic is done with regard to other people, because you want to find out about other people, to refrain from doing this, whether it's Ouija boards, whatever you call it, oracles, right? People do things like spinning the Bible and dipping chains and water. There are a lot of things that people do, right? I've never engaged in these things, right? And it's all cultures. It's not just one culture, right? All religions have an aspect or element of this, right? Planting things into people's land to prevent success from happening, right? What tantric mantras from that came from India, South India, whatever it is that people engage in, right? To prevent people from accessing their true and highest potential, one, right? Because that is wrong. Doing that is wrong. You shouldn't be concerned about people in that regard, right? To prevent them from accessing a higher level of success and whatnot. You shouldn't be engaging in those types of activities to cause ill unto others, right? So black magic, white magic, right? Brown magic, right? Chinese magic, whatever form of magic that's done, right? In this way of life, we promote righteous living and righteous living alone, right? It's nothing like doing things unto others that you may prevent them, and then you being able to supersede them in any kind of way, right? You don't subscribe to those things, right? So for every matter is a time of settlement. Be not deterred, right? Be not deterred in whatever you need to accomplish and whatever you need to accomplish. Be not deterred by anything, right? People may try to do all sorts of things to hold you back, prevent you from moving forward on our way. Be not derailed or deterred, right? Apply the wisdom that you've gained throughout your life experiences, right? Apply the knowledge, right? This is what I mean. Apply the knowledge, which is wisdom, right? The application of knowledge is wisdom, right? So the Quran has been made easy for remembrance, right? So is there any who will remember, as a question, right? The Quran is also about uprooting people, uprooting us, right? Uprooting people, not in a physical sense, but uprooting itself really. And by uprooting itself and helping others to do the same, right? We help in the healing process, in the curing and healing process, right? So the book says that all things are created with predestination. Allah created all things with predestination, right? So this is the final conclusion to what I've concluded regarding this matter, right? It is not a battle between free will and destiny, right? It is not a battle between free will and destiny, right? The point is that within Allah all things are contained, right? Meaning that within Allah all things are contained, meaning that all things are actually predestined. However, there are multiple outcomes, and your outcome can change based on whatever course of action you choose to take, right? And this is why there's always, right, which I've said from start, growing up, right, that life is actually a dance or interplay between the fate and the free will, right? Because you can choose a different course of action which will result in a different inevitable outcome, right? So get what I'm saying, right? You can choose whatever course of action you want to take in life, which will result in an inevitable outcome, right? So the outcome is already there, right? The outcome is already there, and Allah knows the outcome is there, right? But to get to that outcome now, you need to take a path, you need to take a route, right? You need to take a journey to that destination. So when the question is like, if everything is predestined, why do I need to do anything, right? Well, to get a degree, nobody is going to come and hand you a paper in your hand and say this is your certificate if you just don't take action towards it, right? To publish a book, to write a book. Nobody's come and handing you the book and saying, hey, you do nothing, and here, this is a book, and this is your book, and you author this, and I'm putting your name on this book, you author this book, right? Nobody is going to do that, right? To accomplish a goal, right, or to reach to the predestined inevitable outcome, you need to take the course of action that is required, right, to get to that inevitable outcome that Allah foresees, that you foresee, right, and that is already seen, already known in the unseen world, right? So that is the answer to that question. All matters are actually predestined, is that by virtue of your choice, that will determine the predestined outcome, right? And that is why we encourage people to what? Make your choices righteous choices, right? Allow your choices to be righteous so that your inevitable outcome is going to be a positive one, right? Have a good day, everybody.